We are today going to be exploring a place that I've always wanted to go back every single time I visited India. It's a palace, a real palace where a king used to live. It's in a place called Mysore. We're leaving the coffee shop. I've gotten my coffee, which is my breakfast, the Daily Bean, one of the best places to get coffee here in Bangalore. And it's going to take us about a little more than 3 hours to get there, although it is about 80 miles, I think. At least, yeah, Google says about 80 miles. It's going to take us about 3 hours to get there. I'm excited, and hopefully you'll be excited to see this place too. Let's go. All right, back on the road now. We stopped for chai. Well, I got a thumbs up, which is like an Indian Coca-Cola. You get this in the States, but just at the Indian store, and then spicy chips, because with the stop and go traffic, it's easy for you to get car sick. Spicy chips helps with that. I hope it doesn't want to make a return. All right, let's get back on the road. Man, the beauty from head to toe is mesmerizing. You know, in modern days, we hang art on the wall. Here, the ceiling is the art. And the carvings, the stones, the structures, the details. And I can imagine a king even standing over here and just looking at the entrance. I remember reading about this. The king would actually have an artist present to capture an image, kind of like photography of his time. And here you have a list of the names of the people, which is pretty fascinating to see them documented this way. I'm quite surprised that they left it open and you can actually touch the painting. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, and that's me right there playing the flute. I'm kidding. Pretty fascinating. All right, so if you think this is breathtaking, look this side. There are very few things that you could say is breathtaking that leaves you speechless. This living room certainly is one of those. Peacocks have always been a very big part of Indian style, colors. In fact, peacock is considered to be India's national bird. And if you look at the details, you'll see peacock feathers in the design and the colors. And even in that seriously old stained glass up there, you see peacocks up over there. Here's a quick riddle. What do you do to make a beautiful place like this look really crappy? Take a selfie in front of it. No, I think it's funny, and I wish you zoomed in on those guys taking a selfie. No, because I'm not just saying that because I tried it, and you know what? It looks beautiful in person, and the minute I stand there and hold a camera in front of it, it loses its beauty. Really. We have a mystery right here. Pictures of the royal family. Where is... Wait, isn't it funny that when we think of the royal family, you think it's got to be the English family? There we go. And then these dudes show up. Okay.
Here you're British, Joel.
I know. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to get into trouble. And this is the humidor where they store all their cigars. I'm kidding.
What is it actually?
Looks like different artifacts of different things they must have had in different rooms. And look at that table over there. It's really beautiful. It's one rock carved with the Indian water buffalo is what it looks like. And they got the hooves of real animals. That is the legs, which is quite literally the legs. Fascinating. All the silver and the sandalwood. So invitations, mementos, those boxes, I think those boxes is what invitations would come in. How cool is it when you're a king, you get letters not in a paper envelope, but in silver and sandalwood. Wow. Beautiful. Yeah, Megan, we got to get some pictures of something over here, huh? Some pictures over here. Yeah. Amazing. Look at the details of that carving over there. So that's all like granite. That all the details that is in there. That's fascinating. It's sort of mesmerizing when you think about the thousands and millions of people that have walked these floors and the history that these floors have had, royalty that's walked over here, people who have come begging for their life or coming here celebrating because their life was saved. And there's something about India that's just so beautiful because it just screams of ancient history. Just look out the window over here and the details that you can see that's just reflecting in the sun. The stairs that go up. Every single inch of this place screams of art. And although the paint is faded and it's seen its, weather, it still is so beautiful. And the lions growling at each other or they're snarling at each other, that's made out of one solid rock that's carved. It's really hard to not be inspired when you come to a place like this. And you know that each and every carving and each and every design has a very specific purpose and has very specific vision behind it, a story behind it.
Joel, there's solid silver chairs. I think you forgot the way it describes Solomon's throne.
Yeah, it was ivory covered in gold.
Yeah, look at those tussles.
The ivory, yeah. So this is like what you read in books. The throne is made of silver, which is beautiful. So the insignia on top of the throne and the lions by the side. And then the picture frame is elephant tusks. Beautiful. Here we got a closer look. We have the lion. So every traditional Indian home that I remember seeing, the older homes, would have a very similar structure like this. The middle courtyard, where all the rooms in the house will be able to converge over here. And it's really beautiful when it rains. Although you're protected from the rain in the hallways, you can smell the rain, see the rain, feel the coolness of the rain. And typically they will have some sort of a small garden over here, sometimes even a little shrine. And if you look at the stairs coming down, no matter which room you're in, you're always able to come to the middle in the courtyard. So these are the same gun cannons that we saw outside over there, but they're green over here and now they're black. And that's how it was pulled, with bulls, with very sharp horns that were decorated. That's the church that we drove by. It's called St. Philomena's Church. It's such a breathtaking structure also. This is a very interesting piece right here because it shows what really made India so fascinating in how they were able to live in unity, although they had such a diverse culture. There's a church, and you have Hindus and you have Muslims residing in peace, working together. In fact, such a huge structure of a church that was about 3 minutes away from the palace. Now, how cool is that? Sitting on a throne is pretty cool, but sitting on a throne that's on an elephant, all right, that's better than driving in the presidential car, I think. Look at that, man. What is that? Is that a real elephant's head that's been stuffed?
One behind you.
That is just so beautiful. Sorry, yeah. That does look like a real elephant's head that's been stuffed. You can see tiny hairs on the ears too. That looks like leather. Okay, I think this is the coolest thing I've seen when it comes to anything close to taxidermy. Or you know how you have people that have their stuffed, no, what, deer and the animal that they shot, or bears or something like that. I'd like to have this in my living room. And this has got more than one. We already saw 4 while coming in. And this is interesting to see it up close and personal. Look at the trunk, the detail on the tip of the nose too. There we go. This is a good shot over here. So let me see what it says over here. So
You have on the elephant?
probably. So Dasara is a Hindu celebration, and they do a huge procession with a lot of pomp. There's elephants, and I remember going to one when I was a kid, and there's a lot of celebration, and they carry an idol on the back of on a throne like this. And it says that this used to be what the king was carried in, and then in 1970 they begin to carry the gods that they were celebrating during the festival. A beautiful, made out of gold, and weighs 750 kilos. How cool is that? Welcome to my cribs. Oh my goodness. This is what Megan wants to do with our house, this way. Have the open concept. This is so pretty. Yeah, so seating area all the way down over here. And I imagine that this is like what if they had This is like an amphitheater. Yeah, the seating on top. There's like balcony seating and the seating over there. But if you're seating over there, wow. And look at the artwork on the ceiling. That is just too good.
Where's Levi? He's gonna end up too much footage to
Yeah, just mesmerizing, man. I feel like I'm getting the whole experience over here. I think I'm blending in.
tiny.
Yeah. No, they're not tiny, it's just that you're huge. Now, people online are going to lose their mind when I said, oh no, he said his wife is huge. Well, bigger than these little ladies.
Photo now.
Good. Come on, smile. This is beautiful. I wonder what they think about this. I wish I could ask them what they think about a palace this size and like how did they view it? You know, from our point of view, we're viewing this as art. We're viewing it as history, or viewing it with, you know, the eyes of the craftsmanship and the details. I wonder what people who live around over here, how do they see it? Do you think they see it as something that they miss? You know, wishing that they had something like a king living over here? Details, yeah. So that looks like, yeah, that looks like pearl inlay. Or is it painting? Yeah, if it's pearl inlay, that's intricate detail. That's beautiful. Ivory? Yeah, that is definitely pearl inlay or ivory inlays. Looks like someone picked some of it out. That is extremely, extremely pretty. Oh, wow, the gold. And then the carving on the ceiling.
Then that like janky light plugged in on top of the ceiling.
Yeah. And as always, as you would notice, there's a lot of advertisements over here, sponsored by the king who used to live over here. I'm kidding. I'm trying to be funny while I'm whispering, and it's just not the same. Okay, now this is the stuff that they had on the elephant's trunk in the pictures. Yeah, it's all for the elephants. It's all that, the good stuff. See, they cover their tusks, the umbrellas that they would hold. Beautiful.
Back to where we started.
Oh, wait, there's got to be more. There's got to be more.